I've been getting a lot of questions about what's going on with the foreclosures. Where are they? When are they going to start coming out? Just kind of what's going on. So I got a good example here of a property that is in pre-foreclosure. And this servicer, will be, I think, the fifth one they've had in, say, like the last 3 months. So 4 out of 5 so far have all sold at the courthouse steps to a third party, to an investor. Before COVID, before everything that's happened, that never happened in this area. All the properties, generally the properties are over leveraged, so the final judgment and the UPB, they're just too high, so it didn't make sense. But here recently, with the demand on, there are no foreclosures really, it's a really, seller's market. Investors, especially from out of town, are just paying more. So here's what happens. The bank gets a property, it's in pre-foreclosure, they've got a foreclosure sell date. They're going to have me go out and check out the property. Now this one's vacant, so the bank has already rekeyed it. And you've heard me talk about how they have the right and the power in the mortgage to, rekey a property if they, deem it to be, vacant, abandoned, whatever. And that's what happens with a lot of these foreclosures, especially the ones in bad areas that are in bad shape. So they send me out. Generally, it's just going to be kind of a drive-by. Take some pictures, look at the outside, get an idea of kind of what it looks like, where it's located, and what the value is going to be. Since this one's been rekeyed, I can get in it and actually walk through it. So we're going to take a walk through it while I kind of explain what's going on and what the bank's looking at. Okay, this is a 900 square foot, 2-bedroom, 1-bath little townhome. Like I said, the location's, probably a D-. It's just not a great location. You got wood exterior, some aluminum siding on the sides. But you can tell all the wood in the front's got to be redone. It's all eaten up. Have no idea if there's termites or not, but it looks like there very well could be. The roof shot, so the roof's got to be replaced. You're probably going to have some decking issues. All right. And here's your exterior wall. And that's aluminum siding. So no telling what's behind that. It looks like this property is set up for a while. So it's typical. You're going to have the whole inside to do. You're going to have ceiling, popcorn, paint, redo, repairs to be made to it. You got flooring, you got paint. The one good thing is the unit does have newer windows. Kitchen's, it's gonna have to all be redone. Okay, once again, remember the bank can only rekey the property, gain access, and just maintain it. A lot of times it'll mean they're cutting the grass. They'll tarp roofs. They'll do stuff to prevent any further damage. Sometimes it looks like they haven't done anything on this unit. Okay, so this wall is it's not in good shape. Okay, so this is the front bedroom. You can tell it's got some major work's going to be done to it. And the bank's not doing anything, of course. They don't own it yet. It's not been foreclosed on. So technically it's still the ownership of the current owner. I remember on this one, the owner passed away, I think, from looking in court records. I could be mistaken, but... So there's no way to know really how long it's set up unless the neighbors know. I know it's pretty dark in here, but this is bedroom number 2 here in the back, and it's got more sheetrock wall damage. Now let's check out back. All your appliances are all rusted and everything in there. So they're basically your kitchen. You might get away with keeping the cabinets, painting them. New countertops, probably. And here's your little backyard. More wood rot. That roof is toast. Same thing for the neighbor's unit, man. They got, good Lord, lots of wood rot in their unit too, which is not good with these big trees. Anyway, so this thing's going up for sale in about I think 10 days to 14 days, something like that. It's coming up pretty soon. The UPB and the final judgment is a tiny bit over $70,000. That's going to be a little bit higher when the sale date comes. So if you're a third party and you're going to be bidding on it, you would be paying, in excess of $72,000. Is this little unit worth it? In my opinion, for that money, no, absolutely not. Maybe if the location was, was much better, but with the poor location and the amount of work this unit needs, no, this is not a smart buy in my opinion. But I'll do part 2 video and let you update it once the sale happens to see if the bank gets it or if a third party. Like I said, this will be pretty sure the 5th one I've done in the last 3 months, and 4 out of 5 so far have all sold to a third party investor. No, it wasn't the same investor, but my point is that never happened before COVID. That's just very, very, very unique for the area, but it shows a lack of inventory and the demand in people, I think probably from out of state, because the last one I did, they paid 20 to 30, way over asking or over the final judgment, and it was just way too much. The location and the condition of the property, they're going to lose their rear ends, but oh well. Anyway, I'll do another video and update what happens with this one, but this is just an example of what's going on behind the scenes when it comes to these pre-foreclosures and kind of what's happening, at least in my area here in Northwest Florida. A lot of the properties that are coming out are getting bought at the courthouse. So we'll see what happens with this one.